Good afternoon. We have another cold one here at West Aurora, as today it is girls softball as the Blackhawks play host to the Plainfield South Cougars alongside my partner this afternoon, Jarek Rubel. My name is Aaron Shellen, and the girls look for their second consecutive win as they defeated the top team in the SPC West Division yesterday, Joliet West. Taking on Plainfield South here this afternoon, and we're about ready to go on it's now overcast. The sun was out when we got started, but it is now an overcast afternoon here. First pitch going to be at 4:30 on the nose. It is 45 degrees and windy, and we are underway.
Yeah, a bit of too chilly of a wind, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. It is not a warm one here this afternoon, but we will work through it. As the leadoff hitter for Plainfield South, Anna-Lisa Fluter, is even in the count here, 1-1. Starting pitcher for the Blackhawks today, Hadley Bedwell. That ball's hit out to right into the waiting glove of Caitlin Seraphin out there in right field. One away, and that wind, you can see right off the bat, Jarek. Caitlin had some issues with that as that thing was pushed back to her left, but she was able to adapt and make the catch backpedaling.
Yeah, it's going to be an issue all evening long for this outfield crew of both clubs, as they're going to have to deal with, I mean, like you said, it's probably around 25, 35 miles per hour at times.
Yep.
Blowing out to right.
Number 2 hitter, Lauren Pell, the center fielder, takes the first pitch over for a strike, 0-1. She swings through that one. She's quickly behind in the count, 0-2. So the rest of this Plainfield South starting lineup, Anna-Lisa Fluter bats leadoff at shortstop. Pell, the number 2 hitter, in center field. Kaylee Amon in right field bats third. Haley Boardman will bat cleanup and play left field. Kate Bowe bats fifth and plays third base. Kara Aguilar bats sixth and plays first. Isabella Hansen does the catching, batting seventh. Katie Nichols will bat eighth, and I'm still unsure about the number 9 spot, as the lineup card has some scratch outs on there, so we'll let you know when the number 9 hitter comes up who's batting ninth for this Plainfield South team against Hadley Bedwell for the Blackhawks. Hadley's ahead in the count here, 1-2. Check swing, and she went around, so first strikeout of the game for Bedwell. And Hadley, a sophomore, seems to have her good stuff here early on.
Yeah, she painted the outside part of the plate there, wanted to chase it, but unfortunately tried to pull up and pulled that batter around too far across the plane.
Yep, so 2 up, 2 down here in the first. And the right fielder, Kaylee Amon, will bat here for Plainfield South. Righty takes that pitch, I guess, a bit inside. Counts 1-1. It was right at the knees, but from our angle, it's a little hard to see whether the pitch is inside or out, but that one was height-wise right where it should have been. That one's in there for a strike, though, and Hadley is ahead in the count here, 1-2 in the top of the first inning. No score on a cold end of April afternoon. That one's grounded back to Bedwell. Over to first, and that will retire the side as Plainfield South goes quickly in the top of the first. Blackhawks coming to bat. Bottom of the first inning, Plainfield South went in order in the top of the first. Blackhawks will come up here in the bottom of the first inning against Addison Brandel, the starting pitcher today for Plainfield South. And the Blackhawks starting lineup looks like this. Batting leadoff today and playing shortstop, Sarah Tarr. Sarah check swing at that first pitch, 0-1. Batting second, playing second, Riley Mont. Batting third and playing first base, Kaylee Meinel. Batting fourth today is a designated player, Alyssa Perkins. Sarah Archer bats fifth and plays third. As Sarah hits that one down the left field line, and that one's going to be caught there by the left fielder, Haley Boardman, one away. So Sarah hit that one on the screws, but nice running catch by the left fielder Boardman, one away. Caitlin Seraphin bats sixth, plays right field. Kira Hayton will bat seventh and play left. Mia Malchek bats eighth and plays center field. And Kenzie Fraus will do the catching today for the Blackhawks, as Ionica and Diani Rivera are both away from the team on a cheerleading competition right now out in California. So the Blackhawks are down a couple of their starters here this afternoon. Riley Mont steps in, batting second. Pitch to Riley is upstairs for a ball, 2-0.
Hitters count here, two dangerous hitters. See what happens here with the wind blowing out to right. See if she can take it the other way.
Yeah, that breeze is blowing steadily out towards right and right center field. Off-speed pitch downstairs. Riley ahead in the count, 3-0.
I would imagine no green light here. Try to get a runner on here in the first inning. Get something brewing off to an early lead potentially.
Yep, we got a loose ball out there in center field, so Riley up in the count, 3-0. And Riley, that one, I guess, missed upstairs. Riley wasn't even sure there. She paused in the batter's box, but she will go down to first here with a one-out walk. And that'll bring up today's first baseman, Kaylee Meinel. Blackhawks with one on and one out here in the bottom of the first. No score. That one is inside for a ball, 1-0. So 5 straight out of the zone here by Brandel. That one's upstairs. Another pitch out of the strike zone, 2-0.
Keep an eye on the runner here. Looks like she's getting giddy over there on first base.
Yeah, Riley's getting a little jumpy down there at first base, taking that big secondary lead. Foot has to be on the bag until the pitch is made, and then she takes that big lead. As that pitch thrown past Kaylee, 2-1. Meinel swung through that high fastball. The lefty, this is the one you hope can get that ball up into that breeze out into right and right center field.
Thinking the same thing.
She ropes that one to center. That's going to get past the center fielder, Pell, up against the wall. Riley will round second. She'll hit third. Meinel goes into second with a one-out double. So Kaylee hit that one on the button over the head of the second baseman, Pell, and the Blackhawks are threatening here in the bottom of the first. Misjudged a little bit out in center field there by Pell. She came in on it, and before she knew it, that ball was over her head. And again, that ball hit right at you is the hardest one to judge. And Pell had some difficulty there. So 2 on, 1 out here, bottom of the first, and Alyssa Perkins steps in now with an opportunity to give the Blackhawks a first inning lead. Fouled straight back, 0-1.
Yeah, 2 runners here in scoring position. Anything here down in the outfield, you would think has the potential to get both runners in.
Yeah, and this is one of those, one of these positions where you want a professional at bat. Get something on the ground at an infielder, something out into the outfield. Advance those runners with less than 2 out. Get that runner home from third with less than 2 out. And Alyssa's down in the count, 0-2 here.
2 foul tips straight back, just a bit under it. She's on it. Just got to get a little bit more squared on it.
Yep, when you foul that ball straight back, you're not far off from making solid contact. We'll see what happens here on the 0-2 pitch. Alyssa steps out.
Not a bad idea. She's not been ahead all day here. not being able to throw strikes.
That one's upstairs. So defensively for Plainfield South on the infield, third to first, Kate Bowe, Annalisa Fluter at short, Katie Nichols at second, Kara Aguilar is the first baseman. Outfield left to right, Haley Boardman in left, Lauren Pell in center, Kaylee Amone in right field, and the catcher Isabella Hansen behind the plate. Lisa Perkins has drawn the count even here at 2-2 on laying off a couple of those high pitches. And again, fouled straight back. Big cut by Alyssa.
Yeah.
Going for the downs with that one on a 2-2 pitch. She did not. She's not getting cheated on those swings.
2 strikes again here, so still got to protect. Just don't want to go down on strikes here.
2-2 the count on Perkins. Here comes the pitch. That one misses away. Riley comes about halfway down the line and smartly heads back to third base. You can see both Riley at third and Kaylee Meinl at second. Both got about 3/4 of the way, half to 3/4 of the way down the baseline and retreated. The count now full on Perkins here.
Payoff pitch. I think that timeout did pay big dividends in this at bat.
That one's popped up to the right. It's going to land over there in the bleachers down the first baseline. You're right. I mean, as Brandel, I don't want to say she was getting into a groove, but she had gotten ahead of Alyssa 0-2.
That was the first time all in it.
Yep, Alyssa was able to kind of step out of the box there on that 0-2 pitch, slow things down a little bit, and she's been able to work the count full here. And she's been right on the pitches that she's missed. So we'll see here. Second payoff pitch to Perkins. Upstairs for a ball. So another walk here in the first loads the bases. And Sarah Archer will step in with 1 out. The bases loaded of Blackhawks.
Big opportunity here for the number 5 hitter. I mean, you could break this game wide open here early on.
Yeah, early on.
You're going to have a mound visit.
Yep, 2 walks and a sandwiched around a double here in the first inning, and the Blackhawks are threatening in the first.
So see if they're going to try and talk over, maybe potentially get a double play ball here at the force out at any base.
Yeah, I think in a situation like this, you're talking about what do you do depending on where the ball's hit. You know, do you try to get the force out at home? Do you try to turn the double play? You know, what's the smart play depending on where the ball is hit? So, again, a situational type at bat here. Obviously, you want to try to bust this open with a gapper or something like that. But if you're Sarah Archer, get the ball into the outfield and at least get that runner home from third here. If not, get the ball down. First pitch to Sarah is upstairs for a ball.
Seems like the pitches that Brandel is getting over, they're just a little bit too high. They're right above the letters, and
Yep.
he's not getting that call.
That one's in there for a strike, so got that one at the knees. 1-1. Mont at third, Meinl at second, Perkins at first. Sarah Archer, count is even at 1. And there you go again. That pitch upstairs just above the letters. Brandel does not get that one, and the count is 2-1. And that 1-1 pitch is so critical. As a 2-1 count and a 1-2 count, there's about 150 points of batting average difference. And that looked like the same pitch, this time called a strike, though. So 2-2 now on Archer. Caitlin Seraphin stands in the on-deck circle.
Pay attention to the strike zone here as the game progresses as well.
That one's hit on the button out to left. Mont's going to come in from third. Meinl's going to round third. She's going to score a 2-run single for Sarah Archer, and the Blackhawks jump out in front here in the first inning. It is 2-0.
Good job here by the Hawks. I mean, both these hits that they've had, screamers out to left field. Not exactly, too much arc on it, but just line drives right out into left, able to get the bat on the ball here.
Yeah, and a good piece of hitting by Sarah Archer with 2 outs. Or with 2 strikes, rather, to make solid contact. So Alyssa Perkins goes down to second. Caitlin Seraphin, the right fielder today, steps in with 2 on and 1 out, takes that pitch downstairs for a ball, 1-0. So that's what you want to do. You get an opportunity and you take advantage of it. And West Aurora did that right here as they loaded the bases with 1 out in the first. They pick up a couple. That one's right there for a strike, 1-1.
That pitch looked real good there.
Yeah, that one was a little bit lower than some of those other ones that were called ups, that were called balls. So that one in the dirt. Both runners hold up 2-1. The one thing that you don't want to do if you're Brandel here is overcompensate. You know, your pitches upstairs have been calling balls. You don't want to overcompensate by throwing the ball in the dirt. And that one's hit to the shortstop. Catch is made there. And Perkins just back into second base. That was very close to being a double play there. But Alyssa does get back in. Blackhawks keep the inning alive.
Good job to be alert there by Perkins. Realizes there's still only one out, not to go on anything hit. Only goes not even halfway, really. She was able to get back there.
And it was good defense by Fluter at short, as that ball looked like it was tailing away from her, but she was able to make the catch and the heady play to get that ball over to the second baseman for the attempted double play. So Kira Hayton steps in now. Kira down to the count, 0-1. 2-on-2 outs, bottom of the first. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead. Pitch fouled back by Hayton. 0-2 now.
This is noteworthy because earlier in the inning, she struggled with the lefty out there in the 2-hole, fell behind quite early to Mont, and sure enough, she got on and eventually came around to score.
Yep. If Hayton reaches, Mia Malchuk would get a chance to hit here. That one's grounded too short. Goes the short way over to third, and that will retire the side. But the Blackhawks pick up a pair. We head to the second. West leads 2-0. Top two. Blackhawks, with 2 runs in the bottom of the first, have staked Hadley Bedwell to a 2-0 lead. Plainfield South will send up the middle of their order Haley Boardman, Kate Bowe, and Kara Aguilar against Bedwell here, as Hadley sent the side down in order. That first pitch is popped out to center, and Mia Malchuk makes the catch, 1 away here in the second inning. So 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what you like to see. Efficient with that pitching. First pitch pop out here in the second. First 4 set down by Bedwell.
If you're Plainfield South, you maybe start taking some pitches and just make her work just a little bit.
Make her work a tiny bit, as she was able to get through the first inning on a fly out, a strikeout, and then a comeback ground out, and then 1 pitch out here in the second inning. Kate Bowe, the third baseman, pops that one foul and out of play. Into the trees. We've seen some balls get caught up in those trees here this year, and Jesus was able to get himself a nice shot of a ball stuck in the tree. It was nice. And he's a professional, man. So pitch up and in to Bowe. 2-1 here in the top of the second. Blackhawks looking to even their record on the season. They are 8-9 this year, 2-4 in the SPC. So looking to even that record at 500 and pick up their 3rd conference victory, as Bedwell falls behind in the count, 3-1 now. Foul tipped at the plate. Count goes full. First baseman Kara Aguilar in the on-deck circle. And if anybody reaches, the catcher, Isabella Hansen, would bat next. And the Blackhawks without 2 of their starters, Ionica and Diani Rivera, both in California on a cheerleading competition this week. Off-speed pitch fooled her. Nicely done by Bedwell. She took a little off that one, and Bowe swung through that one. Second strikeout of the game. Second out here in the second inning. And you'll see that a lot, Jarek, on these 2-strike pitches. The pitcher will try that off speed, a little bit slower pitch, and in that particular instance, Bedwell was able to fool Bo for her second strikeout of the game. 0-1 the count on Aguilar. That one, I guess, misses upstairs. It looked very similar to those pitches that we were seeing in the bottom of the first inning, where at the letters is being called a ball.
Looks like we're getting another ball thrown in.
Another spare ball. Wind starts to pick up, blowing right in our face. That one's hit out to right. It's going to get down in front of Seraphin for the first hit of the game here for Plainfield South. A 2-out single by Kara Aguilar, and now Isabella Hansen, the catcher, will bat for Plainfield South. 2 outs, runner at first. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead.
You go break the ice, get that first runner on, even if it's with 2 outs, get a 2-out rally started here in inning number 2.
That is the hope if you are the Cougars. That pitch is swung really late. Hansen really far behind that one. Fouled it hard off to the right, but that ball was almost past her by the time she was able to get that bat through the strike zone.
Right in the backyard there, somebody's home.
Yep.
Go right through a window, look out.
That pitch misses upstairs for a ball. Again, that pitch at the letters not being called to strike here this afternoon. So 1-1 on Hansen. That one's hit out to right, and that's going to get down. That's going to get past Bedwell out in right field. She's able to get the ball back in quickly to Riley Mont. And Plainfield South threatening here as Hansen able just a little duck snort down there, down the right field line, lands in. And Aguilar goes over to third, Hansen into second. Plainfield South threatening here. 2 outs, 2 on, and Katie Nichols, the second baseman, will bat here.
Here's that 2-out rally potentially here, Aaron.
See if Hadley can settle down and get this runner and get out of the inning. First pitch fouled back. It looks like the starting pitcher, Addison Brandel, is in the on-deck circle, so we've figured out who is in that 9-hole. The pitch is hit to left. That's going to hook foul, though.
Don't know if I can turn the camera that far around there.
No, that's okay. That's okay. So Hadley ahead in the count here, 0-2. She just needs 1 strike to get out of this one.
It'd be a big out number 3 here as the Cougars are threatening.
The 0-2 misses away, 1-2.
Plainfield South dugout getting riled.
Yeah, they're rowdy over there. The Cougar dugout is rowdy as they are rallying here in the second. That one's popped over to the right. Meinl gives chase, and we'll watch that one sail off into the trees and into that backyard again.
An olive green house back here.
I mean, yeah, those softballs stand out, though. That fluorescent yellow, I mean, they definitely stand out. So you can see where they land, and we got the 0-2 count, or 1-2 count here again on Katie Nichols. It looks like we're going to have a pinch runner down at second. Caitlin Swarst, I believe, number 4, going to be pinch running here. Here comes the 1-2. Fouled back again. That went into a different yard.
Nice souvenir for any dogs that might be chilling around in the back.
Yeah, if they're a dog, they must. It's like the Sandlot. You know, he's got a dog over there who just has 150 fluorescent yellow softballs that he's caught over the years.
Just takes it for a tennis ball.
1-2 pitch again, another foul ball. So Nichols doing a really nice job staying alive in this at bat. Down in the count, 1-2 is fouled off 4 or 5 pitches here against Hadley Bedwell.
That's nice to make Bedwell work here too early on. As she had such an easy first inning and first pitch here to inning number 2.
Yep, she set the first 5 batters down, has given up a single and a double to the last 2. She's ahead of Nichols here, 1-2. Another foul ball.
You got to think here, though, Aaron, potentially with it being as cold as it is, maybe working as much as you are in these innings isn't as bad as you know.
It warms you up. Yeah, it keeps you warm.
Around all this time, it might keep you tight. might not be as beneficial as one might think.
So we're going to do it again here as Nichols has fouled off the last 5 pitches. I think we're out of baseballs. So we're waiting for softballs to be brought back to the field. Okay, Hadley has one again, and we are ready to go. And we were out of balls there for a moment. So here comes the 1-2 again to Nichols. That one misses away, 2-2. We'll see if. Wouldn't surprise me to see Hadley try to throw that off-speed pitch here again with the 2-2 count. She still has one to quote-unquote waste. So we'll see if she can fool Nichols. And that pitch is upstairs. So great at bat here by the second baseman. Katie Nichols was behind in the count, 0-2, was fouled off of 6 or 7 pitches, and the count's now full.
It's a pivotal 3-2 in this inning.
That one's hit out to left. Back for it is the left fielder, Kira Hayton. And Kira squeezes it with 2 hands. And Hadley Bedwell does work out of that one. And that will retire the side. We head to the bottom of the second. Blackhawks lead 2-0. Bottom of the second inning, Blackhawks will send up 8-9-1 against Addison Brandel. Addison gave up two runs, 2 hits, walked a couple in that first inning. Blackhawks stranded runners at first and second, but scored a pair on an RBI single by Sarah Archer. So this inning, we'll see Mia Malchak, Kenzie Frous, and back to the top of the order, and Sarah Tarr. If anybody reaches Riley Mont, would hit for the Blackhawks, who have a 2-0 lead here in the bottom of 2. First pitch to Malchak is in there for a strike, 0-1. First game we did for West Aurora this season, Mia homered. She had a home run to left, so she's got a little pop in the bat down in the number 8 hole. She fouls that one back. Hopefully we got some additional baseballs in between innings. It looks like we did. So Mia down in the count, 0-2 here in the bottom of the second.
Mia's got that stance where all that power is going to be coming off that back leg. You can see how she really puts whatever weight back there.
And she loops that one into center field, so she picks up a leadoff single here. Good piece of hitting by Mia. You're right. She really leans back on that back leg to try to generate a ton of power, but that time just a good piece of hitting. Able to get the bat on the ball, bloop it into center for a leadoff single here in the bottom of the second. Kenzie Frous, number 9 hitter, catcher today. She squares to bunt, takes the pitch up. There goes the throw down to second, and Mia is out at second on the caught stealing, 2-6. So I don't know if that was a planned steal or if she was expecting the bunt to get down, but she was out by a good couple of feet there. So just as quickly as she gets on base, she is erased, and there's one out here in the bottom of the second. And a 1-0 count on Frous. They haven't put it up on the scoreboard yet, but that pitch misses up as well, 2-0.
So quick hitters count here again for the Blackhawks.
That one misses as well, 3-0.
For feel like advantage in this batting stance too. She's real crouched over to where it's like those pitches coming in up high. Getting more of an advantage with that strike zone.
Very Ricky Henderson-esque, sort of bending over, squatting at the plate.
I don't know if you remember Reed Johnson. That's a strike.
Yeah, that's more your time. When I think crouched batting stances, I think Ricky Henderson. I mean,
Reed Johnson wasn't even that good of a player either. I just remember always watching Cub games growing up, and the guy squatting over here at the plate. I'm like, what on earth?
3-1 is popped foul. 3-2. And we had a cold one here at West Aurora today. That wind has really started to pick up since the game started. The sun has gone behind the clouds, and whatever warmth we had from the sun is no more. That one's fouled over to third base coach, and we will do the 3-2 count yet again. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead here, bottom of the second. A 2-run single by Sarah Archer in the first inning. Accounting for all the Blackhawks runs here today. Swung on and missed. Frous goes down swinging. So Brandel battles back. She fell behind in the count 3-0. And this, if Malchuk doesn't get caught stealing and she loses Frous, all of a sudden there's 2 on with nobody out. Instead, we've got 2 outs and nobody on in the top of the order in Sarah Tarr. So Brandel does a nice job wiggling out of an early jam here in the second, and she will face Sarah. First pitch to Tarr, way upstairs. 1-0.
The way this inning's gone here for Brandel. Let's see, wait, this next pitch.
One misses as well, 2-0.
I mean, yeah, you mentioned how it could have been 2 on, nobody out, then nobody on, and 2 out.
Yep.
I mean, maybe next thing she's just gonna go 1, 2, 3. So you go from a interesting first inning, shaky start to inning number 2, but you get out of it.
I mean, with the weather though, I mean it's not that big of a surprise that it's taking people a little bit longer to get warm. Brandel struggled in that first inning a little bit, has bounced back nicely here in the second. Sarah Tarr hits that one high in the air. Second baseman Nichols settles underneath the center fielder Lauren Pell comes screaming in to make that catch as Nichols was not going to get to that one, and Pell came flying in from center field to make the running catch and retire the side. We're through 2. Blackhawks lead 2-0. Top of inning number 3. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead. Plainfield South will send up 9-1-2. It's the pitcher Addison Brandel and Elisa Fluter, the shortstop, and Lauren Pell, the center fielder. Pell ended that second inning making a really nice play out there in center field. We talk about how the shortstop and the center fielder are sort of the generals of the defense, and Pell came flying in from center field to make that catch about 4 steps behind the second base bag as that ball was blowing all over the place there, and the infield was having some trouble with it. First pitch to Brandel is in there for a strike, 0-1. That one's popped our way. 0-2.
Interesting swing here. I mean, I know it's common in softball to see these kind
of run-up type swing, yeah.
But it's always interesting when you see it for the first time.
Well, and it can trick you if that pitch misses low, because it's all based on timing, right? So if you're expecting a pitch to come in at 65 or 70 miles an hour and she fools you with the off-speed pitch coming in at 50, you're going to be way ahead of it and off balance by the time the ball gets there. That one's hit down the third base line, foul. Past a diving Sarah Archer at third base. The count's still 1-2. One, 2 from Bedwell. That one misses low, 2-2. Two and two now. That one misses upstairs. She took a little something off that one and missed it up.
Don't get too cute here. You already got one out in the inning. Or excuse me, nobody out, but you're already ahead in the count here.
Right.
You don't want to lose it.
Yep. That one's right there, called strike 3. And that is strikeout number 3 here for Bedwell, one away in the third inning. And there you go. I mean, you get a little cute. You go from 0-2 to 3-2. So throw your best stuff there. You don't want to walk the number 9 hitter to lead off the inning. So back up to the top, and Fluter, she flew out to right to get this one started. She's up in the count 1-0. That one's hit to the right side. Mont settles underneath it, has to come back to her left, and she's able to make the catch there. Riley battles the breeze nicely there. 2 away here in the top of the third inning. So Bedwell looking to set down the Cougars 1-2-3 here in the third. Pell swings and misses there. She was a strikeout victim in the first.
She's aggressive at the plate. Isn't shy to hesitate on swinging that.
Maybe she's just cold too and wants to get back. wants to get back out into the field where she can run around a little bit. 1-1 on.
Be a treadmill over here while I'm working the camera.
Yeah, that's right. Keep the body moving. That's right. Sometimes that's what you got to do. Do a little calisthenics in between innings. Fouled back 1-2. Yeah, the temperature it's dropped a bunch here since we got here at 4 o'clock.
See the girls in the dugout here. Both these teams got their coats on.
Yeah, they're all bundled up. The 1-2 pitch. Called strike 3, and that will retire the side. A couple of strikeouts here in the third from Bedwell. We go to the bottom of the third. Blackhawks up 2. Bottom of inning number 3 here. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead. And they will send up 2, 3, 4 here in the third inning. It's Riley Mont, Kaylee Meinel, and Alyssa Perkins against Addison Brandel. Riley walked and scored in the first inning. Takes that pitch downstairs and counts even at 1. So Riley walked in the first inning. Meinel would double her to third. Alyssa Perkins would follow up with a walk, and then Sarah Archer would drive home Mont and Meinel with a 2-run single. Pitch to Mont. Riley hits that one to second. 1 away here in the third. stayed back on that one, hit it hard to the right side, but right at the second baseman, Katie Nichols, for the first out here in the bottom of the third.
Great reaction time there by Nichols as well over at second base. She got on that in a hurry.
Yeah.
Was able to set her feet and make a nice throw to first because the baselines aren't as long here. So
yeah, I was going to say, sometimes you forget that it's a more condensed field, so your reaction time has got to be a little bit more than what it would be on a baseball diamond. So Meinl up now. Kaylee doubled and scored last time. She's behind the count here, 0-1. Blackhawks with a 2-0 lead, bottom of the third. 2-run single by Sarah Archer in the first inning accounts for all the scoring. Hadley Bedwell's gone the first 3. She struck out 4 so far for West Aurora. That one's hit high in the air out to left center field. Boardman has it. She puts it away for the second out. And every ball that's hit to the outfield, you think that something bizarre could happen. The wind is going to blow it one direction. But so far, some pretty good outfield defense here by both teams, keeping the chaos, I guess you could say, at a minimum.
Got a bit of a warm spell here now for the brief.
Well, there's no wind, for a brief second as Alyssa Perkins steps in. Alyssa walked in the first inning. The 1-0 to Alyssa. She fouls that one back and is shaping up to be very similar to her first at bat, where she's right on the pitches and potentially work a long at bat. She had a 7 or 8 pitch at bat that first time up, fouling a bunch of balls straight back before drawing that walk. That one misses downstairs, 2-1.
Yeah, they don't ask how, they just need you to do.
Right, they don't ask you how, they just ask you how many. In the box score, a bloop is as good as a line drive. That one's popped up over our head. Land foul. I can get that pit in the bottom of my stomach. I know that ball's not going to land anywhere close to me, but I'm like, that wind's going to blow it back and it's going to land on us. 2-2 on Alyssa, the cleanup hitter. If she reaches, Sarah Archer would hit next.
Yeah, gloves. Hopefully it doesn't sting.
Yeah, right. Called strike 3, and that will retire the side. So Brandl's settled down nicely after a bit of a difficult first inning. We head to the 4th. West is still up 2-0. Top of the 4th here at West Aurora. Today's broadcast brought to you by Stream Sports Midwest. We're going to be back in action next week. Schedule still to be determined, but we will be back in action next week. I'm hoping that we're going to get an opportunity to bring you some volleyball next week, as well as some baseball and softball. So stay tuned. Keep an eye on our Twitter and Facebook pages for information about upcoming broadcasts of West Aurora athletics. First pitch swinging there. Kaylee Amon hits that one out to right field. So a leadoff single here in the 4th off of Hadley Bedwell. Hadley, 3 innings so far. That's the 3rd hit she's allowed. Hasn't walked anybody. She struck out 4 here through 3 innings. And she will face Haley Boardman, the left fielder, with 1 on and nobody out. One's grounded in the hole. Diving stop made by Sarah Tarr, but that's going to allow Boardman to reach. So 2 pitches, 2 swings, 2 singles here for Plainfield South in the 4th. That one not hit exceptionally hard, but hit in the right spot.
Exactly.
And
good effort too.
Yeah, very good very good effort by Sarah Tarr down there at short as she dove to her right. That pitch is in there for a strike. Obviously, the tall frame of Sarah allowed her to keep that thing in the infield and presumably keep Amon at second base. So Kate Bowe now. I'm not sure where that one missed, but count is even at 1 here.
I guess it's hard to tell from our perspective if that missed on the outside part
Yeah,
of the plate.
Right. Like I said, from here it's hard to tell if a pitch is inside or outside. But the count is even at 1 as she squared to bunt. She scores to bunt again. Takes that pitch upstairs.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, we were told pregame that this catcher for West Aurora has not caught all year.
Yeah, I guess she had some arm trouble. Mackenzie Frowse has not played in the field at all this season as that pitch is fouled straight back. The normal catcher for the Blackhawks, Deani Rivera, again, not here today. So Kenzie Frowse gets the start behind the plate. She hasn't thrown the ball at all this year. I guess she had some arm trouble. That one misses away. Count goes full. But you have to wonder if that bunt gets down, does she field it, or do you count on Bedwell to come in and field that play? That one's going to miss low, and Plainfield South will load the bases here with nobody out in the 4th. So after cruising through the first 3 innings, Bedwell running into some trouble here in the 4th as the bases are loaded with nobody out. We're going to have a quick meeting on the mound here, and again, I think this is more of a defensive conversation than it is a pitching coach pitcher type situation. Again, talking about where to go with the ball if it's hit to you. If it's hit to third, do you come home with it? Do you try to turn 2? What's the smart thing to do? And making sure that they know what the smart thing is to do. That's the critical thing. So it'll be Kara Aguilar who got the first hit of the game for Plainfield South in the 2nd, a 2-out single. She was stranded at 3rd. So we're ready to go here. 2-0 Blackhawks, top of the 4th. Plainfield South threatens, though. Bases loaded, nobody out. And the first baseman, Kara Aguilar, stepping in. See what Hadley can pull out of her bag of tricks here. See if she can wiggle off this hook. Bases are loaded. Hits that one out to right. Catch is going to be made out there by Seraphin. Here comes the throw in. Misses the cutoff man, and that allows both runners to advance. And Amon scores, and it is 2-1. So fundamentals right there missed a little bit by the Blackhawks as Seraphin misses the cutoff man, and the ball got over the head of the first baseman, Meinl, and that allowed Boardman to go to 3rd, Bowe to go down to 2nd. So 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out for Isabella Hansen, and the score is 2-1, West Aurora. First pitch fouled to the right, out of play.
Right off the center of that tree there. Right behind the first base dugout, plunked right off the wood.
Those trees probably take a bit of a beating, I would think. The branches higher up on most of the pop-ups, but 2 on, 1 out. That one is in there for a strike to Hansen, and Bedwell's ahead in the count here, 0-2. So we had a similar situation in the 2nd inning where Bedwell had 2 in scoring position. She was able to strike out, or able to get Katie Nichols to pop out to left. She got 2 on and 1 out here in the 5th to Hansen, who doubled her last time up. She had a little gork to right field off the end of the bat.
Yeah, what type of terms you use? And I've heard some interesting.
These are actual baseball terms. You look up duck snort, you look up gork. These are actual baseball terminologies. So they're in the baseball encyclopedia.
I just glanced at you.
Yeah, these are actual terms, man. I'm trying to spice things up here a little bit. That one's popped up. That one's coming right towards us. Heads up. And that lands just out of play.
Did your stomach drop on that one?
No, I was ready for that one. That one was high enough in the air that you saw me. I had my gloves in fielding position. I was ready for that one.
2 hands.
I was going to field that with 2 hands. I'm not a showboater over here. No basket catches. I was going to catch that with 2 hands. Swung on and missed. Huge strikeout for Bedwell there as Hansen is strikeout victim number 5. 2 away here in the 4th, and Katie Nichols will step in now with 2 outs, 2 on. Blackhawks up 2-1. Nichols popped out to left to end the 2nd. She hits this one down the right field line, and it goes foul. It was about 10 feet away from that. Looks like a 4-runner over there.
Got fans ducking for cover.
Ducking for cover, but also playing ball boy, which is important at a high school baseball or softball event. The fans also have to play the role of ball boy and retrieve these foul balls. That pitch is low for a ball, 1-1. The Plainfield South threatening to tie this one. Runners at second and third, 2 outs. They've scored 1 here in the inning. That one's lined. That's going to be down and fair. 2 runs are going to score, and Plainfield South on a 2-run single by Katie Nichols here in the 4th has taken a 3-2 lead over the Blackhawks. Good piece of hitting by Nichols, and she had a really good at-bat in that second inning, too. It was about an 8 or 9 pitch at-bat that ended in a flyout, but here she's able to get one down, and the Blackhawks now trail for the first time here today. It is 3-2. Bring up the number 9 hitter and pitcher, Addison Brandel, who's now got the lead for the first time here today. She struck out looking in the 3rd. So Hadley not able to kind of get off this hook as she gives up 3 here in the 4th. Count is a 1-0 on Addison Brandel. Runner goes down to second. Here comes the throw, and she will be in safely. That was the first time today that Plainfield South has tried to run on Kenzie Frous, who's making her first start of the year behind the plate. She's done a nice job receiving. She hasn't had to make any plays with her arm. Stolen base there for Plainfield South. Another foul ball our way. Told you before the game that you didn't have to worry about any foul balls coming our way. That's been 4 or 5 that have come in our general direction.
That one was probably the more scorcher.
Yep. 2-1 on Brandel. A little check swing. Sarah Tarr puts that one away for the final out here in the 3rd inning. But Plainfield South picks up 3. We head to the bottom of the 4th. Blackhawks now trail 3-2. Bottom of the 4th, Blackhawks now find themselves down 3-2. A 2-run first inning for the Blackhawks. A 2-run single by the lady at the plate, Sarah Archer, gave West a 2-0 lead, but a 3-run top of the 4th for Plainfield South, and they've taken the lead here midway through this one. 5, 6, 7, Archer, Seraphin, and Hayton against Brandel. Pitching with the lead for the first time today. Grounded to third, past a diving third baseman, Bo, and down to first with an infield single. Sarah Archer, her second hit in as many at-bats here as she gets on to start the bottom of the 4th. Good defense down there by Bo. If that had gotten past her, that's probably 2. She's able to knock that one down. and keep Archer at first. Caitlin Seraphin stepping in now. She lined out to the shortstop her first time up. I think we have a pinch hitter here for West. Believe that's number 1. It's hard to see through the chain link fence. Kelsey Danner. She squares to bunt, pulls it back.
I'm trying to take a look. It's hard to see. You're right.
That was
Right in front of the number.
Seraphin was out in right field. Squares to bunt again, pulls it back. That one's upstairs first. That one's in there for a strike. So 1-1.
Catcher keeping an eye here on the runner at first. Making sure doesn't get into scoring position.
Pulls that one back. 2-1. Blackhawks trailing by a run here now in the bottom of the 4th. She offered there. Another throw down to first. And it looks like the first baseman, Aguilar, got stepped on down there at first base.
Back of the shoe comes off.
Yeah. Actually, it was the second baseman. That was Kate Nichols who rotated over as the first baseman, Aguilar, came in to field the bunt. So 2-2 now. The count. Fouled straight back. Staying alive here. Counts 2-2. Runner at first is Sarah Archer. Believe that's number 1 at the plate, Kelsey Danner. That one misses away.
Just tried to get her with the heat there, but unfortunately missed on the outside part of the plate.
The count's full now, so you wonder if you squirt a bunt and pull that back and hope to draw a walk here. Another foul ball. So we've seen some really tough at-bats in this game from both teams, kind of battling away where you fall behind in the count or you foul off a handful of pitches. See if this one goes the Blackhawks' way here as they have a runner at first, nobody out, bottom of the 4th, and they trail 3-2. Upstairs, and that is ball 4. Oh, wait. They're going to call strike 3.
Yeah, it didn't
look look like a strike.
Yeah. Looks like the field umpire looks like he's confused as well. He looks like he's looking in to try and get a better understanding.
Yeah, that is strike 3, unfortunately. And I believe that is, still can't tell. I still think that was Danner, number 1. Stepping in now, Hayton. She squares to bunt and misses, offers it that one and misses. 0-1. So that was a tough at bat. That looked like a pitch that missed. I mean, if you're an umpire, you got to be really clear and vocal in what, especially on a pitch like that, a full count pitch where the runner could potentially be going down to second on a hit and run. I mean, you got to be vocal in calling that pitch, and nobody had any idea that was strike 3 right off the bat. 1-1 on Hayton. Kara squares to bunt. Down to second and into second safely is Sarah Archer with the belly flop down there at second base. As she took off, she looked back at home plate, realized that the bunt had been missed, and scampered down to second, was in there safely, more with I would say a flop than a slide. But either way, she is safe at second. So the Blackhawks have a runner in scoring position now with a 1 out in the 4th. Hayton looking to get her over to third. That one's hit down the left field line, slicing just foul. Count goes to 2-2 here on Hayton. Mia Malchek in the on-deck circle. Kira grounded into a fielder's choice to end that first inning, so another opportunity to get a runner in from scoring position here in the 4th. Off-speed pitch, swung on and missed, but the ball gets past the catcher, and that allows Sarah Archer to go down to third on the pass ball. So runner at third now, 2 outs as Kira Hayton is the 4th strikeout victim. She's out 2-3 on that pass ball, and that will bring up Mia Malchek. Mia singled leading off the second. Could use another hit right here with Sarah Archer at third base with 2 outs in the 4th. That one's grounded right in front of us.
The way that sounded off the bat, if it had more or height on it.
That would have come right our way.
I don't know if I would have been able to get my hand in front of the camera lens.
Sarah got around on that one, though, and hooked it well foul. So she's down in the count here, 0-1. Pitch is up for a ball, 1-1.
The umpire wanted to get the
Yeah, it looked like he put that right arm out, didn't it?
Yeah.
1-1 on Malchek. Mia looking to get this thing tied with a runner at third. Pitch misses away. Malchek reaches. Kenzie Fraus would hit next, number 9 hitter. Blackhawks down 3-2. They scored 2 runs in the bottom of the first. Plainfield South picked up 3 of their own in the top of the 4th inning. Up and in as that backs Malchek off the plate a little bit. 3-1.
Brando getting into some late inning trouble here now. You might end up with runners at the corners here. And chances are she's going to take off on that first pitch.
And that one misses upstairs. So Malchek does reach for a second time today. She was caught stealing her last time up. That's the 3rd walk of the game issued by Brandel. And that will bring up Fraus now with runners at the corners and 2 outs. She struck out swinging in the second. So big opportunity here for Fraus to make an impact. She hasn't played a ton because of injury. She played a little bit on JV to kind of get back into the, kind of get that timing down with her swing. And you are absolutely right as Malchek took off on that first pitch and she goes down to second without a throw. You were absolutely right there. So 2 now in scoring position with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th. Fraus down in the count, 0-1. There's that breaking pitch, 0-2.
I think that confused her at the plate. She wanted to.
Yeah,
her hips kind of.
She tried to pull that trigger, but just couldn't get the body to cooperate. She's down in the count, 0-2. That one's grounded to the right side. Gets through the second baseman, Nichols, into right field. 2 runs are going to score, and the Blackhawks retake the lead. It is 4-3.
Yeah, that walk really did end up being a real big difference maker in the inning. As I mean, obviously the runner was able to get from first to second right off the bat, and then ball scoots through into right.
Yeah,
they got the lead.
2-run error puts the Blackhawks back out in front here in the bottom of the 4th as they pick up 2. It's 4-3. It's a tough play there for the second baseman, Katie Nichols, as that ball got away from her. And with 2 outs, both runners off with the crack of the bat, both runners able to score easily. And West back out on top in the top of the order now. Sarah Tarr stepping in. Sarah's 0 for 2, a couple of flyouts. It's that one into the trees. It's a nice response by West Aurora here in the bottom of the 4th is they gave up 3 in the top of the inning, but they picked up their starting pitcher, Hadley Bedwell, with a couple of their own here in the bottom of the inning to retake the lead. Another foul. The 0-2 to Tarr. That one's hammered to short. Nice play there by the shortstop Fluter, and she throws out Tarr to end the 4th inning. But West picks up 2, and they retake the lead. It's 4-3. Top of the fifth, Blackhawks have taken the lead again. It is 4-3. They scored a couple of unearned runs in the bottom of the fourth on an error by the second baseman, Katie Nichols, with 2 outs. And they retake the lead here. Hadley Bedwell out there for her 5th inning of work. She's given up 3 runs, 5 hits, has walked 1 and struck out 5, and she will face the top of the Plainfield South lineup, Annalisa Fluter, Lauren Pell, and Kaylee Amon. Fluter 0 for 2. Fly out to right and a pop out to Riley Mont at second. First pitch swinging, hits that one back to center field, and Neil Matchek is right there to put that away for the first out here in the 5th. 1 pitch, 1 out. That's what we like to see on a cold day. 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 5th. Lauren Pell steps in. Two strikeouts, 1 looking, 1 swinging here this afternoon.
These girls tougher than me out here. I'm like a baby standing.
Yeah, it's you and me both, man. We're sitting here complaining about the weather, and they're out there in softball gear, toughing it out. That one misses away, 2-0.
The umpire out wore extra chest protectors and stuff.
Yeah, we're two, like one on the front, one on the back, and that one's there for a strike. 2-1.
Wear a mask just because.
I have, yeah. I should have brought my mask. I got my mask sitting in my car. I didn't bring that in. I didn't think it was going to be.
My bag right here.
Yeah, that pitch is upstairs for a ball. 3-1. Yeah, it's quite a bit colder than it was when we got here at 3:30. So.
Well, that's what happens when you progress through the day.
Well, it is what it is. We will tough it out. We're going to complain the entire time, but we're going to tough it out. 3-1, fouled straight back. 3-2.
Take a look at the 10-day real quick.
On Pell. 5 strikeouts here for Hadley. Looking for strikeout number 6 here in the top of the 5th. 1 away. Blackhawks with a 4-3 lead. Here comes the pitch. Swung on and missed. There is strikeout number 6 for Bedwell. That's the 3rd strikeout of the game for Pell. She's had a tough one. 2 swinging strikeouts, 1 looking, 2 away here in the 5th inning. And this exactly what you want out of your starting pitcher. Your team gives you a couple of runs, gives you the lead back. You come back out there, you put the first 2 batters down in quick succession. Try to get out of this one. Fly ball out to right. Catch is made out there by Seraphin, and there is that quick 1-2-3 top of the 5th that we and Hadley Bedwell needed. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Blackhawks lead 4-3. Bottom of the 5th inning, Blackhawks will send up 2-3-4 against Addison Brandel. That's Riley Mont, Kaylee Meinel, and Alyssa Perkins as they have the lead here again, 4-3, bottom of the 5th. Riley 0 for 1. She walked and scored in the first, grounded out to the second baseman, her counterpart in the 3rd inning. Riley takes that one up and in for a ball. 1-0 to Mont. That one misses up away and away as well, 2-0. Blackhawks coming into action today, 8-9 and 2-4 in the Southwest Prairie Conference. So a win today. Quick math tells you we'll even their record at 500. Again, upstairs, 3-0. Riley looking to reach as the leadoff hitter here in the 5th inning. That one misses downstairs. So Mont on for a second time today, her second walk of the game and the 4th walk of the afternoon by Brandel, and that will bring up Meinl now. Kaylee 1 for 2. She doubled and scored in the first, flew out to left in the 3rd. So Blackhawks with the lead runner on and a 1-run lead here in the 5th. That one misses inside.
Yeah, that won't feel too good today to get dinged with one.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm sure a couple stingers. We just can't tell.
If you hit the ball wrong on the bat on a day like today, you feel it for like an hour. Those tingles in your hands, absolutely. 1-0 on Meinl. She swings over the top of that one, 1-1. So Brandel with 4 walks and 4 strikeouts in this one. She's given up 4 hits, 4 runs. Only 2 of them were earned. A pretty good pitching performance on both sides here this afternoon. It's grounded into left field, hit hard by Meinl. Scooped up there. Riley will go down to second, and the Blackhawks have the first 2 on here in the 5th inning. A walk to Riley Mont, a single to Kaylee Meinl. Alyssa Perkins, steps in now with a chance to do some damage. She's 0 for 1. She walked in the first. She struck out looking in the 3rd. She got 2 on with nobody out here in the bottom of the 5th.
It's a good opportunity here to really break this open in the late innings and solidify yourself here with.
Yep, pitch upstairs to Perkins, and I don't think we'll see Alyssa squaring to bunt here.
As I say, with only 2 more at-bats, for Plainfield South.
Try to pour it on here, get a couple of runs, get some insurance, and give Bedwell some breathing room. That one's hit hard, but foul down the left field line. She's got to straighten that one out a little bit.
Here's a good question for you. I'm going to have to bring the weather back up once more. Would you rather? Would you rather do this out here in the cold, no interruptions, get through the game? Or would you rather be like 80 but have to deal with a little bit of a rain delay for like half hour?
Oh, 80 and a rain delay. Yeah. No question. Absolutely no question. Because if I can prep for the rain, I can bring all my gear and all of our stuff will stay dry. And no question. Pitch upstairs to Perkins. She's up in the count 3-1. Sarah Archer stands in the on-deck circle. Sarah already has 2 hits this afternoon and a 2-run single. 3-1 now on Perkins. That one's hit high in the air, out to left. You can forget about this one. Alyssa Perkins takes a yard. Blackhawks are up 6-2 now on the 7-2 now on the 3-run homer from Alyssa Perkins. No doubter right there, Jarek.
No, that one got out of the yard in a hurry. You saw before it even left the yard, you knew it was gone. And that one went, I'd say about 20, 25 feet back of the fence. She got a lot of it.
Yeah, Alyssa crushed that one, and the Blackhawks have opened this one up. We talked about picking up some additional runs, and they did that right there. A 3-run bomb by Alyssa Perkins, and it is now a 4-run Blackhawks lead at 7-3.
Not to mention, she got a lot of that to left. The wind's not blowing out.
Yeah, the wind blowing out to right. Alyssa hit that one into the wind, and it was a no-doubter to left. Sarah Archer steps in now with nobody on base. She got 2 hits. She grounds this one to third. Throw over to first, and Archer is out. Sarah was 2 for 2 with a 2-run single back in the first. So Blackhawks with 2 runs in the 4th, 3 here in the 5th. They now lead 7-3. Pinch hitting here is the junior Kylie Blaha. That pitch is upstairs. See if she comes out in right field. I think Seraphin may have come out of the game. Little check swing, ball hit to right field, and Blaha will reach with a 1-out single here in the fifth. The bat's coming alive for the Blackhawks here a little bit in the fifth inning. 3 hits, 3 runs, and a 3-run bomb by Alyssa Perkins. So Kira Hayton now, the left fielder, steps in. She's 0 for 1. She grounded into a fielder's choice in the first, struck out swinging in the fourth. Pitch misses up, 1-0. That one misses upstairs as well. You have to think maybe Brandl's starting to fatigue a little bit here, maybe.
That release point seems like it's getting to a spot.
It's getting high. I mean, she's been upstairs most of the day, but those first 2 pitches haven't been close. As Hayton, I think, gave her one there as that pitch looked upstairs as well. Yeah.
I think she's looking for the right high pitch. I think she knows exactly what she's getting.
Yeah. I mean, the eyes got big, and that happens a lot. You know, that pitch comes in upstairs and it looks really tempting, but you just can't catch up with it.
That's always me as a ball player, that one at the eye level.
She gets the bunt down here, though, and she's going to be safe over at first on the infield single. Perfect bunt by Kira, as Blaha will go down to second. So 2 on now with 1 out, as the Blackhawks offense continues to roll here in the fifth inning. Mia Malchek steps in. Mia's reached base twice. She singled in the second. She walked and scored in the fourth. Comes up here with 2 on, 1 out in the fifth, and the Blackhawks up by 4. Pitch is downstairs. I mentioned Mia's got a little pop in her bat. She does have a home run on the season. That one's hit on the ground to the second baseman. Over to first. Plays made there. Both runners will advance. So good out by Malchek. Good at bat there as she hits the ball to the right side, gets both runners to advance, and that will bring up the catcher, Kenzie Frous. She hit the ground ball to the second baseman that got through Katie Nichols that allowed 2 runs to score back in the fourth that gave the Blackhawks the lead back. They were down 3-2. That 2-run error made it 4-3. And then here in the fifth, Alyssa Perkins with an absolute moonshot to left field. A 3-run homer extends the Blackhawks leads to 7-3. A single here makes it a 6-run game. Let's see what Kenzie can do with 2 outs and 2 on. Pitch upstairs. It looks like there is some action for Plainfield South. Cynthia Calderon is warming up. Let's see if she comes in the 6th.
Just hit her catcher right in the knee. Ow.
Pitches. Yeah, and she's not wearing a lot of pads down there either, the backup catcher. So 1-1 the count on Frous. If Kenzie reaches, Sarah Tarr would get a chance to hit. And I think that's going to do it, as it actually looks like Brandl's limping off the field. She has a big knee brace on her right knee there. She goes over to the bench. So we are going to have a pitching change here. We'll be back. 2 on, 2 outs. Bottom of the fifth. Blackhawks lead 7-3. So new pitcher in the middle of a count here as Cynthia Calderon will check in. 1-1 on Frous. That pitch is upstairs. So Addison Brandel goes the first 4 2/3 innings. She gives up 7 runs. 5 of them are earned. That one's in there for a strike. 9 hits. She walked 4 and struck out 4. Blackhawks got to her here in the 5th. Looked like she left with a knee injury. Calderon is 2-2 on Frous. Pitch popped up on the right side. First baseman Aguilar will put it away, and that will retire the side. But the Blackhawks pick up 3 more on a 3-run home run by Alyssa Perkins. We head to the 6th. Blackhawks lead by 4. Top of the 6th. West Aurora now with a 4-run lead, courtesy of a 3-run home run off the bat of Alyssa Perkins in the bottom of the 5th. First pitch swinging there is going to be a pop-up to Tar, and we have 1 pitch, 1 out here in the 6th. So it's 5. That's exactly. It was a fly out to center, but yes, 1 pitch, 1 out. So Kylie Blaha out in right field now for Caitlin Seraphin. That's 5 in a row, set down by Bedwell. That one's hit high in the air, deep out to right center field. Blaha's back. It's off her glove and over the wall for a home run. Kate Bowe. You don't see that very often. Kylie was there. It was in and out of her glove, over the wall, and it's a 3-run game.
It was a good effort. It hit her right. It hit flush in the mid too, but I think the cold there might have let that ball.
That may have played a role in it, but she got back there in plenty of time, was there to make the play, and it just popped out of her glove, and it's 7-4.
I was thinking we were gonna have 2 pitches, 2 outs there for a second. I got ahead of myself.
Yeah, Bowe hit that one really well out to right, and that carried with the breeze. That pitch is fouled to the right, out of play. So Plainfield South has seen 3 pitches here in the inning, and they've swung it all 3.
I was gonna say the same exact thing. Great minds.
Yep. So Kara Aguilar steps in. She's 1 for 2. Had an RBI sac flyer last time up. Takes that one downstairs. So for Hadley, it's now the 4th run she's given up. 6 hits. She has walked 1 and struck out 6. So she struggled a bit in the 4th, but has otherwise been pretty much in complete control. That one's over for a strike, 1 and 2. I mean, even that last one, the home run ball, very easily could have been an out. So just one of those unfortunate things. Pitches up and away, 2 and 2. And even in that 4th inning, it's not as if she was getting, not exactly. She wasn't getting raked there. There's a couple of singles, a walk. That one's grounded to the first baseman. We'll tag the runner there, Meinl, and that will be 2 outs on the 3 unassisted. So 6 of the last 7 now retired by Hadley Bedwell. 5 2/3 innings. Blackhawks with a 3-run lead, 7-4, top of the 6th. Catcher Isabella Hansen now. She's 1 for 2. She doubled back in the first and struck out her last time up in the 4th. 1 of 6 Hadley Bedwell strikeouts here this afternoon.
Cougars' first pitch swinging there yet again.
Yep, they're not waiting. That one's grounded foul to the right. Down the first baseline, scooped up by Blaha down there. It's unfortunate. You got to feel for Kylie. Is she did everything right there. She got the right jump on the ball. She got herself into position. She knew where she was on the field. It just popped out of the top of her glove and over that right field wall. Foul tipped to stay alive. Hansen down in the count 1-2. Bedwell is ready. Long delay here. I think we're waiting on a ball. I don't know.
That's what it looked like.
Long delay, but we are ready. Hansen is set. Here comes the pitch from Bedwell. The 0-2. Misses downstairs. Took a little something off that one, but it stays low. A 1-2 again. That one's hit on the nose out to right field. That's going to get down in front of Blaha for a 2-out single here in the 6th. Katie Nichols will come up, the second baseman. She had a 2-run single back in the 4th. She flew out to end the 2nd inning. Tying run in the on-deck circle for Plainfield South. That one caused me to jump for just a second. Line drive right our way. So 0-1 the count on Nichols.
Just a little bit over like the fence here.
Yeah. Well, again, you sacrifice your body for the gear. So that pitch misses upstairs as Frous fakes the throw down to second. Hansen back in. So 2 outs, runner at first, 1-1 the count on Katie Nichols. That one's hit into right field. That's going to get down in front of Blaha again. Hansen will stop at second. So a little 2-out pepper here by Plainfield South in the top of the 6th inning as they try to get this thing square. Tying runner is at the plate. Addison, that's not going to be Brandel. That's going to be Cynthia Calderon, who is the pitcher now. That pitch is downstairs. Bedwell misses downstairs, counts 1-0. One looked like it was at the knees, but it's called low, 2-0.
Hitters count here now in a
big
at bat in this one.
Swing and a miss as Hadley challenged her with that heat. Calderon swings through it. 2-1. But you're right. I mean, that was a hitter's count, and Bedwell said, here it is. And Calderon just missed it. Pitch misses. 3-1. Another hitter's count. If Calderon reaches, Fluter would come up top of the order. 3-1 count. Swung on and missed. Count goes full, so the runners will be off with the 3-2 pitch here. Bedwell looking for strikeout number 7. Here comes the payoff pitch. Ground ball up the middle, fielded by Tar onto first, and they will retire the side. So Bedwell works around a 1-out home run. We head to the bottom of the 6th. West Aurora leads by 3. We go to the bottom of the 6th. West Aurora has a 3-run lead. It is 7-4. And they'll send the top of the order up against Cynthia Calderon, who came in relief of Addison Brandel in the 5th. It's going to be
take a look behind us. The sun's
trying to. That ball is popped to the second baseman, Katie Nichols. She makes the catch on the first pitch of the inning. Sarah 0 for 4 out of the leadoff spot, and that will bring up the second baseman, Riley Mont. Riley's reached twice. She's walked and scored 2 runs. Yeah, the sun is trying. You can see it trying to get through the clouds, but I think at this point we're all chilled to the bone.
chill will on West Aurora.
Pitch upstairs to Mont, 1-0. So Riley walked and scored in the first. She grounded out to second in the third, walked and scored in the 5th on the 3-run homer by Alyssa Perkins. That one misses downstairs for a ball, so 2-0 to Riley.
That one looked like it could have been called a strike.
Yeah, strike zone's been a little difficult to decipher, I guess is probably the easiest way to put it here this afternoon. That one misses downstairs as well. May have been inside a little. 3-0 to Mont.
Got the inside half of the plate. See if she puts the bat on the ball this time around.
He takes that one in for a strike, taken all the way, 3-1 on the West Aurora second baseman and number 2 hitter this afternoon. The 3-1 pitch to Mont. And it's called strike 2, so the count goes full. Kaylee Meinl and Alyssa Perkins will follow. Riley hits that one on the screws out to right center field. That's going to roll up against the wall. Riley will coast into second with a 1-out double. Good piece of hitting by Riley Mont as she takes that one the other way. Hits that one to right center field for a 1-out extra base hit. Kaylee Meinl steps in now. Kaylee 2 for 3. Doubled and scored in the first. Flew out in the second. Singled and scored in the 5th. She comes up here looking to add on to a 3-run West Aurora lead. It is 7-4, bottom of the 6th. Grounded foul. Got ahead of that one. Grounds it down the first baseline. It's down. Counts even at 1. A 1-1. Downstairs, grounded to the right side. Good piece of hitting by Meinl to get Mont over to third base. If you're going to make an out, make it a productive out, and that's what that was there by Meinl. So Riley Mont now at third base with 2 outs, and Alyssa Perkins will step in. We'll see if Plainfield South wants anything to do with Alyssa Perkins and first base open here in the 6th inning. Alyssa could turn this 3-run game into a 5-run game really quickly as she showed off her power last time up with a 3-run bomb to left. Takes that pitch, I guess, away for a ball, 1-0. Yeah, and if you're Plainfield, I mean, literally on the warning track, the left fielder, Haley Boardman, is standing on the warning track. That one's hit out to left center field. Boardman comes in and makes the catch, and that will retire the side here in the 6th. We go to the 7th. Blackhawks need 3, and they will win this one. We'll be right back. We head to the seventh, and a new pitcher out there for the Blackhawks. Alyssa Perkins will come on to try to close this thing out for West Aurora and give Hadley Bedwell the victory. Hadley pitched pretty well today. 6 innings, 8 hits, gave up 4 runs. She walked 1. She struck out 6. Home run in the 6th. In and out of the glove of Kylie Blaha out there in right field. And in the 4th, just a couple of little singles and a walk and sac fly led to a couple of runs. So she didn't pitch badly at all. Was in control most of the afternoon, as evidenced by that 1 walk and 6 strikeouts. So Plainfield South not going to make it easy, though, as they have the top of the order up against Perkins. And Lisa Fluter is up with the count 1-1. She's 0 for 3. She's a couple of flyouts and a pop out. Pitches upstairs, 2-1. That one's grounded through Perkins. Tar has it, scoops, fires, 1 away.
Almost a snow cone catch there at first.
Yep.
Nice job to snag that. Also play as it was bang bang.
Yeah, nice play. Good heady play by the shortstop, Sarah Tars. That was off the glove of Alyssa on the mound. Sarah scooped through all in one motion. 1 out here in the 7th. And Lauren Pell now. She's been up 3 times. She struck out 3 times. That one's in there for a strike. Kylie Amon will bat next, and if anybody reaches, Haley Boardman. That one misses up and away for a ball. That one's grounded to the right side, right over to Mont. Riley flips to first, 2 away here in the 7th. So Plainfield South down to their last out. The number 3 hitter, Kaylee Amon, and Kaylee 1 for 3. She singled and scored in the 4th. Flew out to right fielder last time up. The Blackhawks 1 out away from evening their record on the season at 9-9. First pitch from Perkins. Misses up. Alyssa takes her time. She's set now. Here comes the 1-0. That one's in the dirt. Gets away. 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches here getting away. Less more approach here.
West looking to win their 2nd game in a row. That one misses up. 3-0. Taking all the way, 3-1 now.
Bit of a high strike there, but I think Blue might have gave himself a
bit larger strike zone there on 3-0. That one misses downstairs. So Plainfield South will have a 1 out or 2 out base runner here in the 7th, and the cleanup hitter, Hallie Boardman, will step in. Boardman 1 for 3. She singled and scored in the 4th, flew out back in the 2nd, popped out in the 6th. Again, misses upstairs. So Alyssa seems to have lost the strike zone here just a tiny bit as she got the first 2 batters without much trouble on a couple of ground outs. But 5 of the last 6 out of the strike zone.
Runner just advanced on over to second here after an error on the throw over to first.
If you're the Blackhawks, you can't worry about that runner at second, though, with a 3-run lead. That run does not matter, and that pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1. Foul tipped at the plate, and Plainfield South down to their last strike as Boardsman's down in the count 1-2. See if Alyssa can end this right here. Here comes the 1-2. Grounded to the first baseman, steps on the bag, and that will do it. The Blackhawks come from behind and win this one by the final score of 7-4. Alyssa Perkins pitches the 7th inning, walks 1, picks up the save, has the big hit, a 3-run homer in the 5th inning, as the Blackhawks do indeed improve to 9-9 on the season. So, Jarek, this was your first West Aurora sporting event. Weather aside, any last thoughts?
It was a lot of fun. I like coming and doing different sports. I did a lot of hockey over the last year and a half, so it's nice to hit back up the diamond. I only got a chance to do, I think, one across, all stuff. One baseball game last year, so it was nice to get back in the swing of this. Wish I could have been a little more vocal on the colors, so I apologize.
Yeah, our mouths are a little bit frozen here this afternoon. So the winning pitcher, Hadley Bedwell, goes the first 6, gives up 8 hits, 4 runs, walks 1, and strikes out 6, as the Blackhawks win this one by the final score of 7-4 for my partner today, Jarek Rubel. My name has been Aaron Shellen. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast. I hope you stayed warm while you watched the Blackhawks win here this afternoon. Have a great rest of your Wednesday afternoon, everybody.